Hello everybody, I'm Alkistis and I'm speaking to you from Athens, Greece. Now, what did I want to talk about today? I wanted to speak about how we can all make the world a better place. Now, I know it's a little cliche, but it's a topic that's very dear to me. And I like very much this other blog by this YouTuber who said, let's practice random acts of kindness. I like that because I myself am very spontaneous. I do crazy little things like, leaving a flower somewhere or leaving messages somewhere to someone that doesn't expect it. And it's lots of fun. It's lots of fun. You're doing a good deed for someone else, but it's also for ourselves that we're doing it. It can add a variety and a sort of exciting moment in our day. And I think it should be also for perfect strangers, It doesn't only have to be nice things for the people we like. It should be also people who we don't know, or someone who just we see sometimes from time to time. And that blogger on the other YouTube space said that, even a smile is a giving. And I really believe that, when we just smile sometimes, passing by and say good morning, that's a giving too. People have become so grumpy and so stressed out that even a smile is a giving these days. And I also really truly believe that, if we want to make the world a better place and we keep complaining about things, we should see what are we each doing? Are we doing anything? And I read somewhere, and I really liked that, become the change that you want to see in others. So if there's someone who really bothers you in your close environment because of some behavior, you have to take a good and serious look at yourself. I do this for myself as well. And I think, is the thing that bothers me about the other person, do I have it too? Maybe sometimes. And if so, how easy is it to change that habit? And you will see that very often it's very difficult to change, and that's probably why it bothers us so much in the other person, isn't it? So I like that. And Socrates had once said that for those who want to change the world should change themselves first. And you see, this is an eternal truth. The same truth holds true today. The same thing. So I think although we've advanced technologically, we have practically magical instruments at our disposal, such as television, radio, computers, telephone, we're still in a very primitive, if you like, state of being inwardly. We still are, as my previous video said, victim of our own anger very often. And we seem to be controlled by our moods. And one reason I became a psychotherapist is because it intrigued me so, how can one master their life? How can one master themselves? And that begins with mastering our own emotions, if you like. And this is for me a study, which I do on myself and with my clients, of course, too. And I was very influenced by this one author called George Gurdjieff. And he had said that, essentially he says, we're all just robots. And we're on some kind of, action-reaction mode. Someone says something, we just react to that. And we're just reactive beings. We don't take a moment and say, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to create? And to realize that we have the free choice every moment to choose our behavior. That our behaviors don't just have to happen. And I think this has to do with self-mastery. It doesn't have to do with self-control or suppression. It has to do with what do I really, really want. So, and I think practicing these spontaneous acts of kindness or just being creative, those are habits which we can develop, which allow us to, if you like, have a more proactive role in our life, not just let things happen to us, but creating scenarios, if you like. We can become like the screenwriters of our life. We are the actors in our life. We're the main actors. We can also actively become the screenplayer, the screenwriter. Meaning, okay, what has happened in my life so far? And we even have the choice of reinterpreting our events, the events that have happened. Like, was I really a victim, or did I choose at that time to be a victim of X, Y, Z? And what am I doing in my present? How do I want my present to be? What kind of person do I want to be in my present? And how do I see my future? And what kind of person do I want to be in the future? What kind of life do I want to have in the future? I believe that we are really co-creators, you know, and we can be creative and do really special things, you know, things that we would admire. I always say, if your life was like a film you were watching, what would be the next thing that the main actor did that would keep the audience, which is you yourself, because you're watching your own life, what moves you when you watch a movie? What makes the main actor, you know, the main hero attract you so much, or makes you cry, or makes you really admire the main actor? So if your life was a film, what would the actor do next? You know, would he leave his job and go live in Peru, or would he finally be honest with his girlfriend or boyfriend? Would he, if he was gay, for example, come out of the closet? What would the person do next in the film? And it's your film, and I say, what would the actor do next to keep me in suspense and to keep me devoted to this character? And these are our life challenges and how we can overcome them. So basically you do, what would you admire most if your life was a film? And then go ahead and do it. And yeah, I think practicing these random acts of kindness, being spontaneous, all these things make our life and our film, if you like, our four-dimensional film, fascinating to live and to watch at the same time. So I hope you're all keeping yourselves entertained, and thanks for watching my little films. And just, you know, take all these into consideration. It's food for thought, and I hope it inspires you. It's been wonderful sharing with you. I really love these YouTube moments and videos. Thanks for all those who've subscribed. I'm very grateful. Take care. Bye-bye.